Hi, we are Brad and Morgan Robinson, relationship experts. We are reviewing Hurt Bae Breaks Her Silence, Courtney Talks Going Viral, The Real Leonard, and Her Dating Status. I have to say, Morgan, like, this is really addicting.
Yeah,
like, it's like there's real drama.
I know.
And what we do with what we do for a living, this is a part of our lives.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
You know,
every
like
day. Yeah.
And it still breaks my heart seeing it. It really breaks my heart
for
seeing
both
this.
of them, really, for both of them, because the intimacy, everybody wants to feel close and be intimate with someone. I mean, you know, you assume that.
Yeah.
Some people just don't know how to go about doing it.
Well, to be honest with you, the way Leonard's acting, he's making himself very unlikable.
Yeah, he is.
And at the core of him is a wounded person.
Yes.
Who's got very sensitive skin, who's acting like he's not sensitive at all.
Right.
And he honestly, and he's, the last video was complaining about kind of being like a villain in popular culture, or, you know, people not liking him, but he's not acting very likable.
Right. He reinforced that stereotype.
Yeah, he did. And then based off of what he did to her, like, you know, like he cheated on her multiple times. And she knows him better than we do, than anybody else.
Right, because we just dive bombed into this relationship. We see all the negative stuff. Yeah. We don't see everything.
Yeah. And so she's like, you know, you're really a good person. And then he kind of starts basically turning the tables on her. And it's very hard to heal with that kind of thing.
That's right.
We help people in their situation work through issues. But you have to have a motivated person who was unfaithful that works to become a healer to help you as in your relationship move forward. But he displayed none of those characteristics.
That's right.
There was a lot of unwillingness on his end to do that.
So that's right. For the couple to heal, you do need both people to be motivated. But that doesn't mean that the individual can't heal. And it doesn't mean that the individual can't do a lot to heal the relationship by just taking one step at a time. One person can do so much and can actually turn the relationship around for it to be healed. But in this situation, it doesn't look like that's true for them.
No, because there was no remorse.
That's right.
Expressed towards her from what we saw.
That's right.
She was willing to take him back in. She forgave him. She admits to still being in love with him. And he made it all about himself.
That's right.
Like, you were looking at my phone. You were snooping.
And it's like, yeah, because you were with other women while I was there. You were like, you told me to leave. Like, the injuries are so deep. The trauma is so deep. For her, we don't know all of his trauma. We can assume based on like what we know in our work. But but you know what's great? She's going to have the opportunity, and we haven't seen this video.
No, we haven't seen it. So
she's going to have the opportunity to heal herself. And by confronting him, that's part of it. That's part of the healing journeys, by being able to...
Yeah, I don't know if it's both of them or just her. Let's see what happens.
Okay, let's see what happens,
When I first watched the video, I was shocked. I was a little overwhelmed. I remember I was crying a lot. It was like reliving it a little bit. I went back to that space. It was like I was sitting in the chair again and just talking to Leonard again. I'm sitting in this chair. This is the same chair. Have on a different outfit though. Hurt Bae has moved on. Hurt Bae is happy Bae.
Yeah, like she said, re-traumatizing. It can be very re-traumatizing, especially when you have new information. So like, if your partner is giving you new information all the time after the infidelity, then there is something to be said about the trauma that does.
Well, there is trauma, and of course she was reliving it because the situations like this trauma gets overused.
Yes.
All trauma means is deep emotional wound.
Right.
And so that definition of trauma fits this situation adequately. It's an intimate partner.
That's right.
It's your boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse that does this to you. It's going to rock you to your core.
Oh, yes.
And so naturally she's going to still have feelings thinking about it a year later, or however long this is.
And being confronted with the details.
Yeah. So let's see what happens.
Hey everybody, my name is Courtney George. You may know me as Hurt Bae, and I'm going to tell you the top 7 things that I learned after going viral. So number 1, your life changes overnight. So my best friend, she gives me a call. Court, like, get on Facebook, like, right now. So I get on Facebook and it's my face. And I'm just kind of like, oh, wow. So I watch the video and then I refresh and it's like 10,000 views. Then I refresh and it's like 100,000 views. And then it's like millions and millions and millions. And I'm just like, oh my God. I went to work and no one said anything. So I thought maybe no one saw it. And then as I'm leaving, I get on the elevator and this girl gets on the elevator with me. She's like, yeah, like I just want to let you know everybody's seen the video. And I was just like, oh God, like everyone? She's like, everyone. Number 2, you get a ton of new followers. So I started off at 2,100 followers. Now I have 161,000 followers on Instagram. So my message requests say 99 plus. I can scroll.
At least they sound positive.
Yeah.
You know?
Or at least that's what they're showing
Yeah.
on the screen.
Well,
I hope.
Yeah.
I hope.
I'm sure it was like 161,000 people that really were rooting for her.
Yeah.
Could relate.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, you know, so let's keep going.
So I got some creepy messages. Some people were asking me, will you marry me? Will you be my girlfriend? Where do you live? Where do you work? Yeah, some very creepy people. Mm-hmm. Number 3, it's inevitable. You're going to become a meme. Well, okay, so I love memes. Like, I sent my friends text messages like, send me memes. Like, I need memes. It was the chances meme, like chances. And I was like, who made this? Like, who has the time to make a meme of me? And then I got the name Hurt Bay. My friends have erased my phone number and resaved my name as Hurt Bay.
That stinks. That's not fun. Now, I heard of Hurt Bay. I didn't know until we started doing this what that was. I'm not on Twitter, so I don't know.
I had no clue. Nothing.
Yeah,
I didn't hear about it till just now.
You didn't hear of Hurt Bay?
No,
Okay.
until these videos here.
And I don't even know what Bay means, but I've heard of Hurt Bay. So let's go.
Yep. Number 4, fake rumors spread very fast. Okay, so let me just set the record straight. The video was real. Our emotions were real. Our relationship was real. Everything was real. I have pictures to prove it. I didn't have a Twitter, but then I had a fake Twitter. People said like, oh, I'm in a new relationship, which wasn't true. Oh, I'm so happy without him. I don't know where people were getting all this stuff from. But I made a real Twitter to kind of clear things up. Number 5, people are going to want to know everything about your entire life. I live in Brooklyn, New York. I'm a Cancer. I went to Spelman College, applying to grad school right now for international relations. I'm a lot more than just Hurt Bay. Am I in a relationship?
She wants to get out of the country.
Yeah. She's like, international. Let's leave.
Let's get out of here. I don't want to be famous for this.
Yeah.
I don't think, they didn't know this was going to blow up.
No.
He definitely wouldn't have done it.
No.
It sounds like she has a little bit of regret too.
Yeah. Oh.
But now she's happy, Bay.
Yes.
So that's
happy
good.
Bay. That's what
good.
we want.
But I'm definitely not in a relationship with Leonard. Number 6, people are really supportive, but they're kind of hard on Leonard. A lot of people supported me. A lot of people said, it takes courage to go up there and do something like that. And so I think it really resonated with a lot of people. I believe everyone deserves to be forgiven, even if it's for you. I don't have the capacity to hold a grudge against someone. I'd rather just live my life freely. I don't think
Good for her, because that's the key to happiness.
Yeah.
Like, you move on. Yeah, somebody hurt me, but okay.
And that's where Leonard really missed it. I think he really has all of those range of feelings, all of those emotions. He just doesn't know how to communicate them or feel them. Mm-hmm. And so people are drawn to vulnerable people because they understand them.
That's a good point.
And we can relate to them, and she's a beautiful human. We can relate to her very human experiences, mm-hmm. where Leonard spent all of his energy covering up his human experiences for fear of being exposed or seen. Maybe in his childhood, his parents, maybe, or someone in his life, got on to him for showing or feeling or expressing those vulnerable feelings. So he learned very early on, I'm just guessing based on, experience and knowledge of this thing, that a lot of times when people are, said, hey, don't cry, hey, don't express these difficult emotions because they make me feel uncomfortable, so you shouldn't have them. people learn to shut those off. They shut them down. But when you shut off the negative things, you also shut off the positive things. And unfortunately for Leonard, I'm thinking that he's probably had some of those experiences. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I think undoubtedly he has, without knowing him, because we work with people like this
right.
in our programs and workshops and that kind of thing. Like, the average person who strays doesn't do what's called proximity seeking.
That's right.
Like, and part of why they don't do proximity seeking is they learn as a child that you can't go to other people with normal emotions like affection, grief, sadness. You're discouraged from doing that.
Right.
And so you're not going to be vulnerable. You literally learn to turn off your emotions.
That's right.
And so, yeah, I think everything you're saying is very important. I do want to mention one thing.
So, go ahead. I was going to say, so it's hard for us to get behind Leonard because we don't see any of that.
Well, he's not acting like he's not owning his problem.
No, he's not.
And that's the point I was going to make here is like, she is taking responsibility for herself. She's not over here blaming him. She never once has blamed him. Mm-hmm. She was in the last video, the second one, she's like, look, you're a better person than what people give you credit for. Mm-hmm. Like, she's genuinely I think a really good person. I think that's why mm-hmm. people have reacted to her in the videos the way they have. And but she's also taking responsibility for her happiness.
That's
like
right.
She's moved on. I forgave, I'm going on to school. She's trying to get better. She's trying to make her life better.
That's right.
So let's keep watching.
Let's keep going.
I think it's fair to judge Leonard based on a 6-minute video. That's not who he is as a person. I think Leonard is a very good person. Maybe not in our relationship.
So, that may be Leonard, though, with his back against the wall.
That's right. That
He may be a nice guy. She's a nice girl. She went for him. That may be how he presents with his back against the wall. Mm-hmm. However, if you're like that when you're trying to heal,
that's right,
broken trust or a broken relationship,
you're going to stay stuck.
You're going to stay stuck. Now, He didn't want to move forward. Mm-hmm. And then he's mad about being painted as this monster by people. But if you have that kind of attitude, you're not going to be able to heal with somebody.
That's right.
Like, people were forced to move on without you mm-hmm. because they can't move on with you when you're not operating as a healer and remorseful and show that you're caring and willing to change and you're not taking any sort of responsibility with that.
That's right.
So people can't heal with that.
Yeah, it's impossible in some ways.
And we have a program that helps people like Leonard get better and change their life and that kind of thing. And so we can have sympathy for him. At the same time, we can have compassion and sympathy, but that's not an excuse to stay where you're at. You got to change. You got to grow. You got to become a new person.
That's right.
So let's keep watching.
Right.
I think Leonard is doing okay, but he may need a hug. He may be hurt bae now. He may be the hurt bae. And number 7, people want to know what I'm doing next. It's very cool to be recognized on the street and someone to ask you for a picture and people to say that they look up to you and they think that you're a strong person. My life has changed in that perspective, but I'm still Court. I would like to pursue a modeling career in the future, so look out for that. And this summer I have this convention that I'm going to. It's Cosmoprof North America, and I will be a trend scout. I'm trying to move into beauty space. I want to use my platform to kind of empower women. I know that a lot of women are looking for the next beauty product or looking to be beautiful, and I think that beauty is from within. That's what I want to share with everyone else. So now you know, hurt bae ain't hurt no more. Guys.
Good for her.
Yeah, I'm happy for her.
Yeah.
I'm happy. You want to see people work through these tragedies and move on.
Yeah.
So we're happy for you.
Yeah, we are. Yeah. And I really do hope that Leonard finds his way and learns from this.
Yeah. If you haven't seen our prior videos of them, watch, click up above, click to the side, and see our reactions.
And you can connect with us also at healingbrokentrust.com.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Bye.